Hello everyone, Amy here from Connect Health, Fitness and Wellness. How are you doing today? Today I thought I would show you a foam rolling session just on the lower body. I'm going to demonstrate how to foam roll the legs. I'm going to do one side only because that will be a bit quicker for the video. If you are following along, I recommend I'll do one side and then you pause the video and then you can change to the other side and then we will carry on together moving up the leg. Okay, so before we get started, have you got a foam roller? So this foam roller here is from the warehouse, and I'll pop a link in the description of the different types you can get. This is probably a good beginner foam roller. It was maybe $10, it wasn't that much. It is smooth, whereas you can get foam rollers that have big knobbles on them, big bumps, and they can hurt, especially if you've not foam rolled before, or you haven't foam rolled for a while. What foam rolling is, it is essentially a self-massage tool, so it will help massage the area, it will get the blood flowing to the area, and it will help the body to heal and to kind of unknot any stuck points or any sore bits after a workout. Okay, so without further ado, we'll get going. What I'm going to do first, I'll go on my right side so you can see everything. You can get foam rollers from Kmart as well with lumps on them, or your sports shops. So here we go. I'm going to foam roll my calf first, so the back of my lower leg. I'm going to start with my ankle, and what you can do is, now you don't have to move the foam roller around too much, but I may move it to keep in the frame. So you're just rolling back and forth. Now you can see here I've got my hips off the ground and I'm putting my weight on my other leg. And when you find a bit that feels particularly sore, it kind of goes, oh, what I heard referred to as an opera point. That was the first video I saw about foam rolling, and she mentioned opera points, and I love that phrase because it makes you go, oh, like an opera singer. If you find one of those spots, hold it. If it's too much having your whole leg weight on there, you can sit back down on the floor at that point. If that is not enough, or you just can't hold up in that position and that is not enough, you can rest your other leg on top, and that does get in there. I recommend holding for no longer than 30 seconds. You don't want to overwork any muscles. You don't want to bruise yourself either. And yeah, so you can either roll back and forth on that sore point or hold it. And over time, so breathe through it. When we're in pain, we tend to hold our breath a little bit, or breathe shallowly. Breathe through, do big deep breaths, and relax the muscle over the foam roller. Okay, does that make sense? Relax the muscle over the foam roller and it should just soften and not feel so tight. Okay, so I'm just going to roll this a little bit further up my leg. So there are two main muscles in your foam roller, in your calf. So you want to make sure that we're not just doing one spot, that you're going around all different sides. So I'm on my right side of my calf and I'm just rolling up and down. There's a little bit of sore spot there, so I'm relaxing my leg on it, letting the weight go, Just breathing through. Once the pain is gone, just start rolling again, find another spot. So now I'm going around the middle. And this might help if you go close to your ankles and things. Remember, your foot is linked to your leg. I'll get a spiky ball in a sec and we'll go over feet. So it might help if you've got something like plantar fasciitis or anything like that. Everything is linked. Nothing works in isolation. So now I'm going on the inside of my calf. And don't neglect around the ankle. So you're rolling back and forth. You might, pardon me, you might feel some crunchy bits. That's fine. If it's too painful and you can't hold it, you can just massage it a little bit, back and forth, work into it. I recommend doing this every day if you have got lots of sore spots and sore areas. So shuffling back. Finding a spot, there it is. And breathing through. Sometimes you might not find any spots. Other times you find heaps of them. So now, if you want to pause the video and go to the other side, that is fine. So next I am moving, I'm moving up to the back of my knee. So there's a lot of bone throughout the whole of your leg. But all the muscles, they tend to, so you've got your calf muscles and then you've got your hamstring muscles, and they do kind of overlap a little bit, and they will meet up around here, blend in and become something else. So don't neglect the back of your knee because everything's going to pull in different areas if it's tight. If you have any knee pain, don't neglect it. Don't forget the muscles all around your knee. That's what I'm trying to say. And when you do foam roll your legs, things might look a little bit dodgy, but ow, ow, ow. Hold it. Ooh. So, and then just roll a little bit more. There it is. So the reason I'm focusing on the back of the knee is because it can get missed when we just do the hamstrings or just do the calf muscles. So I want to make sure that you are foam rolling around there. If you've got any like Baker's cysts or anything that you know about, or if you have real pain when you're doing this, avoid it. Don't do it. Go and see a physio or some doctor who can look at that and make sure that there's no actual protrusions or bulges or anything in and around the joint, because you don't want to make anything worse. Whereas I've just got a crunchy bit. Okay, so again, moving on to the left side, if you want to pause this video. the next area is the hamstring. And I say is the hamstring, but really are the hamstrings, because there are two big muscles in here. That's correct me if I'm wrong. You've got your bicep femoris muscles, and yeah, I've drawn a blank if there's anything else. So two major muscles anyway. So starting off at the back of the knee, where we left off, where that sore bit still is, but it will get better. Just like the calf, I'm going to start on the outside. And with this, you can do both at the same time. You can just go back and forth, so roll your feet out. Just roll your legs out. And just going back and forth. Doesn't seem to have any sore points. So I'm going to roll into the center and go down the center. Back and forth. Oh, my hamstrings are feeling pretty good. If you do feel anything that's sore, then by all means just hold and rest. If you need to sit down, if your shoulders are getting sore, then sit down. And now, so it might be difficult to do the inside if you're doing them both together. So what you can do is, all the jumble, is move that away, is do this. So you can just go back and forth like that. If you're a bit flexy, you can do that. Just get up on that leg and go back and forth. There's one. Remember those opera points? You feel like you haven't got any and then you go, oh, found it. So yeah, this is creeping around the side towards the quad muscles. Quad meaning 4, so there are 4 muscles around our quads, the front of our thighs. So this is, so it's just this muscle here is starting to get, so that is where it's hurting me. So rest, hold it. If you need to, put some more weight on it. Bend, holy moly, and straighten out. You can just hold it in place. Okay, and then moving on to your other leg. If you need to pause the video and do the other side. Next one is going to be curly, 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 whirly, because we're going to go to the inside of our thigh, our adductors. So these, oh wow, these muscles are the inside of our legs. They help us to kind of bring our legs close together. They tense to go in to lift that way, whereas our outside muscles flex to help us go like that. So yeah, rolling inside the leg. It's amazing what hurts when you really knuckle down to it. So I'm just sitting on the floor whilst rolling out. And then shuffling down a little bit more to really get into the inside. Okay. So getting it as close to your groin as possible. It is a bit tricky to roll back and forth and stay off the ground unless you're super, super flexible and have great balance. But try and just roll back and forth. So now I'm going to roll the other way. And just keep putting weight on it. Keep putting pressure on it. That's all you can do. Okay, so when you've done that, you can repeat on the other side. If you want to do the whole right leg and then just move over and do the whole left leg later, you can do that too. It's completely your prerogative. Okay, so really just getting into the muscle. So if you think this is hard enough, stick with a flat foam roller. But if you get something with the knobbles on from a proper sports shop, then yeah, you'll be in for a treat. You will. Speaking of treats, if you've foam rolled before, you know what's coming when I say that. Now, a lot of people talk about foam rolling your IT band. Now, IT band is I always get this wrong. I want to say ligament, or maybe it's fascia. It's the connective tissue that goes from the outside, down the outside of your leg. And that really isn't what you are foam rolling. It is the muscle underneath. But yeah, that will pull on your IT band. So what you need to do is sitting on it like this. Oh, facial's amazing. If you didn't have the sound on, you think I was doing all sorts. So I'm going to get right into the hip. Right into the hip. Use your other foot. This is where it's good to maybe be barefoot, because then you can get better grip, or have shoes on. So getting into the hip joint. I know, Louie, Mummy's in pain. Mummy's being silly. Yes. So I'm really getting into my hip at the moment. Just rolling back and forth. Use the floor, use every spare limb you have to massage, to take some of the weight. 'Cause if you put your whole body weight on the foam roller, you'll be definitely in for a treat. So now I'm going over my hip bone where my leg slots into my hip. And now I'm on my leg. So this area, you may be spending a lot of time on it. But we're just going to go back and forth, like everything else. Back and forth until we find a spot. And then just hold it, or keep going back and forth. Keep going. So I'm working my way down along the outside seam of my leggings. There's another one. There's another one. So here we go. Working our way all the way down. On the outside of my leg, working my way towards the knee. So again, if anything is tight on the inside or outside of our legs, it's going to pull the knee to the left or the right as well. So it's not going to stop whatever it is, stop the knee pain completely, but it will help. It will help everything sit nicer and happier. Okay. Whew. How are your wrists? Yeah? Get a little bit sore, take a lot of pressure off of the rest of the leg. Okay, so our next one, if you have a diastasis recti or back issues, you have trouble holding a plank, I'll show you how to foam roll the front of your leg. So you've got 4 muscles on the front of your thigh. And no, I can't name them all. Vastus medialis, vastus lateralis, semimembranosus, semitendinosus. There's something else, it's something like that. So what you can do anyway is treat your leg like a piece of pastry, treat your foam roller like a rolling pin, and you're just rolling it out. So it's as if you can't hold a plank, or if you look weird holding a plank and you're embarrassed, like I am, but I will do it anyway in a moment. So you're just rolling everything out. So everything comes down around different parts of your knee, it crosses over, it does all different things, so you can move your leg in different directions. Also, right in your hip joint, they will go up the joint onto your psoas muscles, your back muscles. There's your back. Your oh, do you want to blood? Your other muscles. So no, that is right. Psoas, PSOS. What you can do is lie on it, and you're going to roll back. Again, I like to do just one leg at a time. So get your other leg out the way and get right down into the hip joint. So we spend a lot of time sitting down. These muscles are shortened. They are short. They can affect our back as well, because if these are short, then it's going to throw other things out of alignment and we can get back issues. So really get into these muscles and rolling back and forth while holding and breathing. And yes, it looks like I'm having a great old time with my foam roller. So getting in, and hopefully that pain will have subsided by now. So it's subsided a bit there. I'm going to go and roll round. So again, I'm working outside, middle, inside. So now I'm on center. It might be a bit hard to go into the middle, but just try if you can. Rolling back and forth. And then last time, so we're going to go outside of our thigh. Going back and forth, little rocks, little rocks. Back and forth, back and forth. Ow, ow, ow. Holding on any points that feel tight. So hopefully if you are doing this with me, I'm not going too fast for you or too slow. Yeah, so that is the outside. Make your way all the way down to your knee. Don't roll over your kneecap, but go down to your knee. Holy wow. Just wow. That's all I can say. Ow, 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 ow. Making your way all the way back to the top. Before you go to the middle. And if you want, you can have both legs now in the middle. So going back and forth. If you want, you can go up high, down low. Just walking through, back and forth. Again, if you're not getting much pressure, you can cross your legs over. That does it. If it's fine, then keep it as it is. Just rocking back and forth. All the way down to your knee. On the way back, you might find some sore points, so just hold it. And then walking your way back. To the middle, and then going on the inside of your leg. So I'm supporting myself with my other leg, and I've just curled my leg. So if I show you on my other leg, I've curled it like that, so you can get to the inside. And then I'm just walking back and forth and holding it where I feel it's most sore. Now, because you've already done the inside of your leg, it might not be so bad here. You might have got most of it, but it's just getting the inside top diagonal area of your leg, getting in towards the corner of your knee joint. I'm just rolling back and forth. Okay, and then rolling all the way back. And repeating on the other side. So that is all of the leg. I will show you how to do your feet. So all you're looking at now is my feet. So this spiky ball here is from a sports shop. This is from Torpedo 7, I think this is from. Number 1 Fitness. And we're just massaging back and forth. So as I said, your feet are the nerve center almost, not counting the brain, of the body. So when you're standing, your feet are taking messages from the floor, the surface, how uneven the surface is, how firm or how soft it is, and it's conveying that message to your brain. So you've got hundreds of muscles in your feet and ligaments. So it's always a good idea to massage this area too. And you're just getting in and massaging around. You can do this while you're sitting down as well. And just back and forth. And as always, if you find any tight points, hold until it goes away. And then you do the same on the other side, like everything else. So thank you very much for joining us, for joining me and Louie today as you go through that foam rolling techniques. Hope that helped. Please comment below and let me know A, if that helped, and B, if you would like to see anything else in particular, anything I missed, or please correct me if I got a muscle name wrong. It's like naming the 7 dwarves. So that is it. If you'd like to see more stretching videos, I do post them every Friday, so just click over here to see those. And I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, so please do that over here. The more subscribers, the better, and I can help more people. So thank you very much. Have a fantastic weekend. I will see you next week. Bye for now.